There we go. We're in. Wow, that battery is very bloated. Hello, this is Talamir and welcome to another repair video. In this video, we are looking at a Samsung Galaxy A8, and this is pretty insane. Take a look at this. Right here, it is so incredibly bloated. Let's have a closer look at it. Right here, you can see the entire side of the phone is bloated up. Now, this is caused exclusively by one thing, and that is known as battery bloat, or spicy pillow as I like to call it, and other techs do as well. So I'm just going in there immediately with a plastic card. If you're looking for some of these for yourself, I do have Amazon affiliate links in the video description, along with some of the other tools and supplies that I use. So if you want them, they are there. I make a tiny, small, little bit of a commission when you use those links. So I am getting into an area that's a little bit harder to get into. I heat up the whole back glass when I'm doing this. Back glass, back cover, whatever you want to call it. In this occasion, I don't think it's necessary. This feels very loose. This is a Samsung Galaxy A8. Be careful around here. This is one area that can break, and I just felt that nervousness just pop up just now. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to heat up the bottom. Don't really care about much else, but the bottom is of great concern to me. Just moving around the heat lots. You don't want it to sit the heat in one spot too long. You cause damage to the phone that way, and you just want it to be hot to the touch. Hot to the touch means that if you leave your fingers on there for maybe like 3 seconds, your fingers will be burned, but if you leave it there for like a second or two, you'll be fine, kind of thing. That's pretty easy. There's a bunch of adhesive that's just all around the camera itself, and that also makes it a little bit harder to work on. If you're having a lot of difficulties also, like this area is a little bit difficult, so I'm just going to wet, or I won't call it dampen the card, but put a little bit of alcohol in the end there. It really does help just cut through the adhesive. There we go. We're in. Wow, that battery is very bloated. So to get this off, this battery out, we do need to take the upper shield off, if nothing else. Just using a PH000. The back can sometimes be a little bit difficult to get out. Okay, we should be in now. I don't think there's going to be any other screws. Sometimes they hide them underneath the shields. Not the shields, the adhesive, but I don't see any indicators directly for that, so it should be okay. How do you get this out? Well, one way is you use one of these pry tools. Just find a spot and you can get in there. The other way is you can use your tweezers. I'm having some difficulties getting this bit started. Find a corner. There's a good spot right there. There we go. Found another screw. Thought I got them all. I was wondering why the very upper shield here wasn't coming out. And that explains it. There we go. Got it out. Let's get that nasty bloated battery out of there, disconnected. Now, there's various ways that you can get the battery out. Sometimes you can get one of these pry tools in there, but my tendency is just to use this particular metal spudger. And it's better to use a little bit of alcohol, but I think this one's going to come out pretty easily. Just keep in mind that a lot of these types of phones have a blank spot right here. And because of that, you can damage the screen. Yeah, it's wide open. You see that? That big wide open spot there. Right here is the back of the screen. It does have some mild layers of protection, but it isn't much. So you want to be careful. That came out incredibly clean. A little bit squished, so we got to sort this. Just compare these. There we go. It's gonna go like this. Still need to test it. This one does not have any adhesive with it. It didn't come with any, so you got to put in some of our own. But first, we got to test. Now this right here has the connection for the battery. You can see it's over here, and I think it's one of these spots that need to be bridged. So to do that, easy way to do this is you just look for a couple and then you just bridge them with your tweezers. You just keep checking to see if it's turning on from them. Just hold it for 5 seconds or so. There we go, turned it on. It was these bottom 2 pins that worked great. Just gotta let this boot up. Okay, it should be fully booted now. I gotta hold the battery in while I'm going at this. I can see the battery is showing at 17%. So all I'm doing is I just want to see the battery. It's lighting up. Its percentage is good there, and I want to see it draw an okay charge. At 17%, it's going to be craving a faster charge speed. So I expect with this that it should show a relatively high charge. Yeah, it's immediately pulling 1.2 amps. So that immediately jumped up to 1 percentage point. It is now at 18 instead of 17. So it's good. I'm going to disconnect this battery and let's put in some new adhesive. Now the adhesive I have, I think it's just M3 or 3M. M3? 3M is what it is. And it is pretty sticky. It's not actually as sticky as this stuff here, but it is pretty darn sticky. So let's clip off some of this, just vaguely measuring it up. It does not need to be absolute. And one more chunk. I'm gonna cut it right here. All right, that's good. I just take off the protective backing. Let's stick that battery in. Now, when you're doing this bit here, the best solution is in fact to go and plug the battery in first, and then you're going to put the battery into that space for the battery. And the reason why you got to do this is just to make sure that your connector is lining up properly. Otherwise you could be having quite the struggle. Usually with these particular foam models, it's not as big of an issue. Starting out from the bottom there, I'm lining that up, and then you just push this all back into place. And you guys are going to hate me for this, but I'm not replacing the adhesive. And the simple reason is I know for a fact that the adhesive that I have is still not as good as what is already present. What's present already is very, very sticky, incredibly sticky. Generally speaking, it is a good idea to replace the adhesive, but part of the reason also, aside the fact that it's just in really good condition, is that I do a lot of work for this customer. He favors speed, and he wants this phone sooner rather than later. So because of that, I am hurrying on this. Now, if the adhesive was in bad shape, I would definitely replace it regardless of how much of a hurry he is. Unless he, yeah. I think I'm going to give it a slight bit of a cleaning just to make sure that it's just perfect, because yeah, a little bit of material from your hand can get into the little corners and the gaps along here. It's not a bad idea just to give this a bit of cleaning. It looks pretty good though. You got to let it dry after doing this. If you don't, nothing's going to stick. Very clean. I'm quite pleased. There's the final bit. I always like to line it up first with the bottom, and you lie it down for the rest. Give that a bit of a wiggle. Rub it all down. We're good to go. Yeah, that is good and solid. All right. Covered in fingerprints, yes, I'll get that cleaned up. But here we go. Quite the spicy pillow of a battery. It definitely should not look like this. Oh, it's thick. If you guys like the video, please do leave a like, and if you want to see more of my stuff, subscribe. We'll see you guys all in another video. Bye.